On the Home tab, you can see that there's a paragraph group, and we've looked at two buttons in this paragraph group so far. In an earlier video, we looked at bullets and we looked at numbering. Now I want to look at some of the other buttons that are in this group. For example, I might click on this title, the ways. If I click the placeholder around the outside of this particular text, I have the option of alignment. This hue behind this button, this orange hue, is telling me that this text is currently left aligned. But if I was to click the second button, it would be centered, the third button would be right aligned, and the first button would return it to the left. You could hit justify, which gives you nice straight left and right edges if you had an entire paragraph, but it won't have any particular effect on this situation. But if you do have an entire paragraph, try the justify. It'll give you a nice straight left and right edge instead of a left line, which will give you a raggedy right edge. Now the other thing that's important, I think, when working with PowerPoint is to show your ruler. If you go to the View tab in the ribbon, you'll often see that there's an option there called Ruler, and if I untick it, my horizontal and vertical rulers disappear. If I retick it, they reappear. So the rulers are really quite useful. The rulers are useful when you're dealing with indenting. I'm going back to the Home tab, and I might click on the placeholder, which governs this particular text here. And in fact, what I'll do is I'll click on Rob a Bank. Now, you've got a button here called Increase Indent. You've also got on your ruler what they call an indent marker. Now, when I choose to click the Increase Indent, I will increasingly indent Rob a Bank, and this particular indent marker is moving across the ruler. I now have a Decrease Indent button, which when I click that, I move backwards, and this again moves backwards. If I want to work with this directly, I can drag this particular top of this pair here, and if I drag that to the right, I'm actually increasing the gap between the bullet and the text. If I drag it to the left, I'm reducing the gap between the bullet and the text. So you can actually control the indenting using this particular indent marker here on your ruler, so it's important to be able to view your ruler. And you can create what's called a hanging indent. This is a hanging indent here, where these two portions are separate from the top portion. Or you can indent from the left just by dragging this bottom bit here, and it'll completely indent it from the left and to the right. Or you can create a first line indent by dragging this top portion here, which really doesn't matter when it comes to a bulleted list. So indenting is controlled by this particular item. It's also controlled by these two buttons here, increase and decrease indent. Something else that you can apply to a particular placeholder is something called quick styles. I'm going to select the frame or the placeholder. I'm going to go to the Quick Styles button on my Home tab in the Drawing group, and in here we've got a number of styles, again determined by your theme. So as I roll over them, I can actually see what they look like. And I might quickly apply a quick style. And there it is there. You can also change the shape fill yourself just by choosing a shape fill color. And there are more colors if you wish. You can even choose pictures or gradients. You can even choose textures if you like. So you can apply your own fill. You can apply your own shape outline as well, which is just the outline around the outside of the placeholder. And you can even put fill effects like a shadow or a reflection or even a glow of some sort. Or even beveled or 3D rotation. So have a look, experiment with the quick styles, the shape fill, the shape outline, and the shape effects. You can always go undo if you don't want to keep the changes, but the trick is to experiment to understand what the various options give you.